All right, guys, let's talk about leadership for a minute because I think we tend to overcomplicate the concept of leadership. So, I'd like to share with you guys today a simple framework that I use, um, and hopefully, it'll kind of help you think about it. And for those of you that may be new to, the workplace, and you're thinking about, all right, how can I become a leader? I think this simple framework will help you. So first of all, what is leadership? To me, just to boil it down to the simplest terms, is leadership is just leading a group or an individual to accomplish a goal, right? To reach a destination. So first of all, first step of this framework is to define the destination. What is the goal? What are you trying to accomplish? So if in sports, it could be winning a championship. In the workplace, it could be, getting to a certain profitability, getting your product to market. It could be any of those goals. Or even solving a problem, right? If your team is having a problem, you can help lead them to overcome that or solve it. So, that's the first step in becoming a leader, is helping the team identify that goal or even setting that goal for the team. And then step 2 is giving direction, right? So it could be a strategy, approach. So a leader really has to come up with that plan. So you could work with your team to come up with that plan, but it's really the leader's job to get the team to come up with that plan, or provide the team with a plan or approach to attack the problem or to help you move towards that goal or the destination. And then step 3 is to provide milestones or waypoints. So if you think about this also as a map, or if you use GPS or Google Maps to get to some place, right? You want to find your destination, find the direction you want to go to, or pick that direction you want to go to. The different roads, highways to get there, right? What is your approach? And number 3, you're going to have set certain waypoints. You want to arrive at this location by this time, and you want to be able to check those. So those are different measures you can provide the team, right? And those are the different milestones. Milestones are important because, one, it'll help you keep track. Are you progressing towards the goal in the time you want to? Are you even getting closer to the goal? And what's going to tell you that? And 3, do you need to make any kind of adjustments? Do you need to change your direction? Whatever that may be, so you can make adjustments. So if you don't do any kind of measurements at all and you just keep wandering along, you may be never getting closer to your goal, or you may be going too slow. So you want to be able to measure that. So the 4th step is providing the carrot and the stick. So incentive and accountability. So a leader has to be able to do that for the team. And incentives obviously is a lot easier than holding the team accountable or individuals accountable, right? But they kind of go hand in hand. So I like to think about them in the same way. But these incentives kind of drive also accountability, right? So however you can, provide the team with incentives, even if it's just words of encouragement or a little pep talk, or just little maybe small little celebrations of wins or accomplishing certain milestones. There are definitely different ways, and of course, holding the team accountable is just withholding that the incentives, right? So they kind of go hand in hand. So really, probably talk a little bit more about that in future videos, but it can be a little bit tricky to figure out, especially if you don't have, if you have certain limitations at your workplace, or you don't have the authority to hand out incentives, right? You can't just go around giving people bonuses. But there's different ways for a team to celebrate, even if it's just a simple lunch or just really words of encouragement and thank yous. I think thank yous go a long way, especially if you kind of do it personally, one-on-one. When someone does a great job helping the team move towards the goal, I think that goes a long way. And then the last piece is really to celebrate reaching the goal, right? So now you may not always be 100% successful, right? Not all teams win championships, but regardless, when you arrive at that destination, even if you fall a little short, it's good to celebrate that and really tell the team, especially if they put in that effort, recognize that, and that's what a leader does. And also help people through when they don't meet that goal. They may be disheartened or may feel really down. It's your job to pick them up. And so really celebrating getting there, no matter what the result is very important, because you have more places to go, more destinations to get to, more goals to accomplish, and it doesn't end there, right? So if you think about it, even in sports, even if team wins the championship, it doesn't end there, right? There's always next season. So that's really all leadership is. It's very simple if you think about it. So again, if you are new, finding ways to become a leader in your workplace, in your organization, or it could be within your club or whatever it is outside of work, or sports team, if you are in a sports team, is really just helping get the team to reach that goal, right? But it's all those things, it's all the steps. It's defining what the goal is and really making sure everybody understands the goal. And two, providing that approach to the problem, to the goal, that direction, strategy, whatever you want to call it. And then figure out what measures along the way you're gonna take to figure out whether you are advancing towards that goal. That's very important. And then using those assessments along the way to redirect if you need to, because there are times you're gonna have to redirect. change course, make a few changes. That's going to happen. So you got to be able to lead the team through that. And then provide incentives and accountability for the team, regardless of what your position is. I think you can find a way to do that. That would be being a leader. And then, of course, celebrate your wins. So, anyway, that's it for this video. Hope that helps. If you have any questions, just write them in the comments. Let me know what you think about this. Oh, one more thing. If you're looking to your leaders, whether or not you think they're doing what they're supposed to be doing as leaders or as your leader, you can use this framework too to figure out, are they doing what I need them to do to lead our team or to lead me to my goal or our goal. So you can use it for that too, and then either provide feedback or ask some questions to get them to think about what each of those steps in the framework might be for your situation. But I encourage you guys to step up. If you're remotely interested in leadership, is to take that lead, take that chance to lead a team. Again, it's just about first finding and identifying that goal or destination or problem you want to help lead the team through, and use this framework. If you use it, give it a try. Let me know in the comments how it went and whether it worked for you. But yeah, that's about it. Hopefully this was helpful, and catch you next time.